Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Wednesday, August 6, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, former PC who was dismissed after fatally shooting Gigi's dog wins appeal. Youth camp held in northern Belize focusing on spirituality and mentorship. And Belize Woodmark Designs granted logging concession despite public objections. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Ready for back to school with Benny's B-Books. We have limited edition Benny's exercise and composition books just in time for the new school year. Get 6 composition books for 5 B-Bucks and 12 exercise books for only 2 B-Bucks. Benny's and B-Books, getting you ready for back to school.
We are ready for back to school. Are you?
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank. Building the future together.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Measles is a virus that is highly infectious and spreads through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It often starts with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes, followed by a rash that spreads all over the body. Measles can cause serious complications. But here's the good news. Measles is preventable. The safest and most effective way to protect your child is through vaccination. The MMR vaccine is safe and available at your nearest health centers and clinics. Let's keep our families and communities safe. Get vaccinated. Stay protected. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness in partnership with PAHO and UNICEF.
Belize introduced its new electronic passport in 2022 through the launch of the Electronic Passport Issuance and Control System, EPICS. The e-passport includes an electronic chip that safeguards the holder's personal information and photograph. It also features a verification mechanism compatible with biometric systems such as smart gates at international borders. The passport's design reflects national pride, showcasing Belizean landmarks and symbols. It incorporates 26 modern security elements to prevent fraud and corruption. The introduction of the e-passport aims to enhance security, improve processing efficiency, and reduce application backlogs, benefiting Belizeans both domestically and abroad. The Ministry of Immigration, strengthening national sovereignty, security, and socio-economic development.
News broke in late January that a police officer, DeAndre Reed, had been dismissed from the department after he fatally shot the Governor General's dog at the entrance of Belize House in Belmopan, where the GG resides. The incident occurred in May 2024, and in August, Reed was dismissed by the then Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams. Reed appealed the decision in September, and on Tuesday, the Belize Advisory Council ruled in Reed's favor. Of its decision, the BAC notes, quote, "There were significant breaches of due process and natural justice in the appellant's disciplinary proceedings. The appellant was denied the required 5-day response period and 7-day notice before the hearing, as mandated under the police department's disciplinary policy. This procedural failures invalidated the fairness of the process, rendering the dismissal decision void," end quote. It is uncertain at this time if Reed will choose to return to the department. At the time, Reed said he was simply acting in self-defense as the dog rushed him. He added that he did not mean to harm the dog but did not regret his decision. The dog in question was known to be aggressive, and this was Reed's first encounter with the dog. When news broke of his termination, many on social media sided with Reed. Williams later told the media that he does not shy away from making tough decisions and denied allegations that the Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Froilas Salam, had pressured him into dismissing Reed. Some 150 youth between the ages of 14 and 35 gathered at the Progresso Youth Center this past weekend in Progresso, Corozal, for a youth camp organized by the North Belize Mission of Seventh-day Adventists. The camp is held yearly, and all youth are welcome, even those who may not be of the same faith. Pastor Gelder Gamboa, who is the youth director, explained that while the youths were taught spiritual lessons, they were also taught life skills and offered mentorship.
It's not only the spiritual aspect, but also how to engage in the challenges of life daily crisis that has to do with, skills, how to survive with the skills that you have been given. So the activities also has worship, also has games, also has ways of how to build tents, interaction. So there was various fields of how we are, the organizer came together to develop the youths. We believe in mentorship, and not only in the religious aspect, but also within our community. Somebody has to be there to mentor our young people, Belizean. And so as a Seventh-day Adventist, we carry on that logo, mentorship. The organizers did a fantastic job as they chose the team, mindset reset. What can we do for these young people? And the truth be told, it was very challenging because this is a different generation. Matter of fact, this generation don't really believe in camping, if you notice. And this is the challenge that we are facing at this time. So we had to take them from their home to able to have them in the field, but having patience, love, kindness, compassionate, and therefore be there for them. Because sometimes they might not receive all of that at home, but of course we expect to able to have it at the campgrounds. And sometimes the first time in their life, they are therefore interacting to know that there is a mentor in their life.
Pastor Gamboa said they are seeking sponsorship to be able to upgrade the facilities to offer more to the youth's experience.
We're blessed. We have 9.5 acres of land there in Progreso, and so we were able to receive a donation of over $400,000. We have our building there, and certainly we are now moving in the second phase to able to remodel, for example, having a cafeteria, having a pool, looking at the sporting center, so that it's not only for, National Youth Camp, but any one of our youth organization, or they can have access to go to the campgrounds. And so we are collaborating, asking sponsors, you are willing to come, and not only financially, but you want to go there and give a lending hand. We welcome every sponsor. And so you can also contact me at 670-2909. And anyone that you know that works along with us, like Nair Sul. We also have Pastor Jesse, Aquilino Jesse, Pastor Leslie Bevans, those and Pastor Roy Tulip. So these are key individuals that you can connect with. But of course, we want to upgrade our campgrounds so that anyone can go there.
This year's guest speaker was Lyra Coleman, a registered nutritionist at La Loma Luz Hospital. She explained that she first went to the camp in 2017 and was moved to put her faith in God that she would be able to further her education after hearing the testimony of the guest speaker that year.
There was this gentleman, I don't remember his name, but he was the guest speaker, and he spoke about how God worked in his life and did a miracle so that he could have gone to school. And at that time in my life, I felt that there was a need for me not only to say pursue higher education, because I held an associate's from SJC. I wanted to pursue higher education, but there was also a sincere desire to be closer to God. And so hearing his testimony in how God worked miraculously for him and how he stepped out in faith, it moved me to step out in faith as well. And I remembered sitting next to two ladies. There was one one here on my right and one on my left. And I said to those two young ladies, I'm like, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to do what this gentleman did. And I don't know how it's going to happen because I didn't have the money to go to school. I didn't know which school I was going to go. And my intention was really just to step out in faith and have that personal encounter with God. And I did. That same year, I applied to go to the Northern Caribbean University in Jamaica. It is a private Seventh-day Adventist institution. And I got accepted. I sent in all the things that they had asked me for. And they sent the bill. And I remember my mother asking me, how will you pay for this? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going. And so by the grace of God, I went semester by semester, and I was able to cover my expenses, not because back home was helping, but because there were different scholarships that the school offered. And so in the summers, I was able to return home and work, save some money, fundraise, and then return for another semester. And I went through until there was a point where I couldn't come back anymore. That was in maybe like 2019. And I had to stay there. And that was when I depended entirely on God to fund or pay, I would say, the remainder of my time there at university.
Coleman said the university refunded her security deposit, which allowed her to travel back home after completing her studies. Honorable Orlando Habet confirmed to the media that Belize Woodmark Designs had been granted a logging concession in the western hardwoods area of the Mountain Pine Ridge in the Cayo district. The concession had been opposed by the chief forest officer and the co-managers of the Mountain Pine Ridge Reserve. Honorable Habet defended the concession to the media, stating that there were some limitations placed on the concession.
That has been approved. I think only about 40% of the area that was requested was approved. The study showed that one, it is in an area which is designated for forest, for logging as concessions, but not for yearly logging concessions. It has to be for sustainable logging. Also, one thing that we really have to look at was that we were losing a lot of that area by granting small licenses for 2-3 trees, and sometimes those don't become only 2-3 trees. Those become a stump, and then it goes for many small concessions, and so it almost becomes like a yearly logging license. I think that the area that is in that has been granted also has potential for tourism niche from the Ministry of Archaeology also has looked at the area. They have designated areas that are not to be touched. The Forest Department has looked at all those hilly areas that are beyond 25 degrees that cannot be touched. Also, waterways have at least about 1 kilometer away from where the logging concession will be able to. This is also important because when the applicant applied, they had to understand that when the concession is given, if it is given for 25 or 30 years, from my understanding of the study that was done, that only about 5 or 6 years of logging can occur, but he will have to manage it for the next 15 or 20 years.
The government of Belize on Tuesday announced the launch of a blue carbon pilot in collaboration with Bright Water to create high-quality blue carbon credits. This would seek to help protect Belize's marine ecosystems while generating new investment opportunities. Honorable Orlando Habet, the Minister of Sustainable Development, shared more details.
There will be some projects that will be developed independently, both in the marine area and also in the terrestrial area, that we might have to push maybe even before the bill is actually put in place. It has happened before. in the terrestrial area especially. We have something that's almost similar with the Blue Bond. So I think it is good for us. We from the ministry are looking at trying to get the bill passed as early as possible so that then various groups, individuals can come up with carbon projects that they can put out for sale and get in some funding. I also think that where we have some opportunities will be in the agriculture sector, and so we are making sure that the bill is framed in such a way that not only large landowners or large companies can come up with carbon projects, but that small people, small farmers can come up with small projects, and so that then we can look at it from that standpoint, because it brings in funding for adaptation and resilience building against climate change.
After the break, Belize Dark Arts Academy to compete in Jiu-Jitsu competition in Mexico. Stay with us.
On July 10, 2025, Belize Electricity Limited and Blair Atoll Power Company Limited signed a historic power purchase agreement for the development of a 15-megawatt utility-scale solar plant complete with a 1.5 megawatt, 3 megawatt-hour battery storage system. This project represents a significant milestone in building a cleaner, more sustainable, and resilient electricity grid.
Today's signing is the furthest we have ever come down the road of realizing the needed facilities and our own ambitions for harnessing the power of the sun. This PPA provides a model in which everybody, BEL, Babcock, and consumers win, and that is how it should be. We have every confidence that Babcock can and will bring this project home, and BEL publicly offers whatever support it can to realize this goal.
What we learn here will set the foundation for future projects, including solar, wind, hybrid systems, and even other emerging developing technologies, renewable energy technologies, that Belize will need if we are going to remain competitive and resilient.
BEL and Babcock will collaborate closely to develop and commission the plant within 12 to 18 months from the start of construction. Once operational, the solar plant will supply clean, renewable energy directly to the national grid, strengthening Belize's energy security and diversifying our national energy mix.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Rules are changing, but why did we update them? The central bank continuously assesses the integrity of our banknotes to maintain quality and security. The old series of banknotes has been in circulation for more than the recommended lifespan, which is 7 to 10 years. The new banknotes integrate enhanced security measures to combat counterfeiting, making transactions safer for everyone, giving you the confidence that your money is safe and authentic. Our money should be as strong and secure as our economy, and the new banknotes reflect that commitment. New look, same value, more secure. Learn more at www.centralbank.org.bz. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Tired of appliances that just don't last? Appliances that just can't keep up? It's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality, choose reliability, choose GE.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapada en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que te va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día, para 10 días, y va a estar bien después, ¿ok?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
Planning a trip to Belize? Here's how to complete your I Declare Arrival form in 5 easy steps. Step 1. Visit belizetravel.immigration.gov.bz. Step 2. Select the appropriate forms for arrivals. Choose Arriving to Belize. Step 3. Provide your origin trip details, including your departure airport and country of residence. Step 4. Carefully complete the immigration form. Add dependents if necessary. Declare baggage, currency, and merchandise, and confirm your entries are correct. Step 5. Download your completed form and take a screenshot of your QR code and reference ID to present to the immigration officer. Thank you for using Belize iTravel. Safe journey.
Some 6.8 million WhatsApp accounts that were connected to criminal scam centers that preyed on the individuals online worldwide have been removed by Meta, its parent company. As part of broader company efforts to combat scams, Meta said the account deletions occurred throughout the first half of the year. Meta announced on Tuesday that it was also introducing new tools on WhatsApp to assist users identify scams, including a new safety overview that the platform will show when someone who is not in a user's contacts adds them to a group, and ongoing test alerts to pause before responding. Scams are getting more prevalent and clever, and even in Belize, many have fallen prey to such schemes. Everyday unwanted messages and too good to be true offers that try to steal money or consumer information flood our phones, social media accounts, and other online spaces. According to Meta, criminal scam centers, which frequently involve organized crime, run forced labor, are among the most common sources of frauds. The company cautioned that these schemes frequently target individuals on many platforms simultaneously in an effort to avoid detection. Accordingly, a fraud campaign might begin with communications sent by text or a dating app, for instance, before spreading to social media and payment systems. The Department of Transport has announced new regulations that restrict the movement of houses and oversized structures on public roadways to nighttime hours only. Effective immediately, transportation of houses will only be allowed between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. 7 days a week. The decision comes in response to a growing number of public complaints about road blockages, delays, and damage caused by oversized loads being moved during daytime hours. The department says that failure to comply with the new rules will result in strict enforcement measures, including vehicle impoundment, fines, and suspension of permits. The department also urges all operators and the public to cooperate and contact their nearest DOT office for more information or to apply for movement permits. Selva Conservations, a private company, is seeking to receive approval to manage 4 of the recreation sites in Cayo's Mountain Pine Ridge. Honorable Orlando Habet spoke on the matter on Tuesday, clarifying that it has not been approved. He spoke of the benefits it would bring should it happen.
The concessions, most of the concessions, if not all, long-term forest concessions, allow for the concessionaire to look at areas where they can have some type of additional income if it is tourism, and we are looking at sustainable tourism. So the concessionaires can apply for areas that they can manage. What we see in the mountain pine ridge right now, especially on weekends and long holidays, is that there are thousands of people going. There's no type of management. If you go to Rio On or Rio Frio Cave, you see where people have done barbecues and all the wood is still there, beer cans, beer bottles, garbage from food, plastics and foam is all thrown away. So I think when a concession is given, they will do the management. The government cannot do it. The forest department is not equipped to do that, and they don't have the personnel to be doing the monitoring of all the areas. So the concessions help because it affords for tourism, but also affords for the public to go and visit a site that is clean and sustainable.
The Belize Defense Force today hosted a distinguished promotional ceremony to recognize the advancement and achievements of its personnel, underscoring the institution's ongoing commitment to excellence in national service. The event was led by Brigadier General Azariel Loria and Colonel Anthony Velasquez, who both congratulated the newly promoted members for their dedication and professionalism. Brigadier General Loria praised their commitment to duty and urged them to uphold the core values of discipline, leadership, and service to country. Colonel Velasquez emphasized the strategic role of their new positions in strengthening the BDF's operational readiness. As part of the ceremony, attendees witnessed a formal parade by graduates of the Senior Non-Commissioned Officers All-Arms Drill Course. The display demonstrated the high standards of training within the BDF, highlighting precision, discipline, and teamwork. The Belize Defense Force extended its congratulations to all promoted personnel and course participants for their commendable accomplishments, reaffirming its mission to foster strong leadership and ensure the continued security and stability of the nation. Members of the Belize Dark Arts Academy will be competing in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Mexico later this month. The team is being led by Ronald Hyde, who is the owner and head coach of Belize Dark Arts Academy. He is also the newly elected president of the Belize National Jiu-Jitsu Association and the general secretary of the Belize Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat. Hyde spoke more on the team who will be representing Belize in Mexico.
The current team consists of 5 competitors who will be going to Mexico City to compete at the ESL Nationals, which is basically a national jiu-jitsu tournament that is often held in Mexico, not necessarily only Mexico City, but all over Mexico. Like I said, the team consists of 5 individuals, 4 males, 1 female. As you may know, Belize Dark Arts is not new to competing internationally. We try to at least compete 2 times a year internationally. So this would be the first one for the year. And first competitor will be myself. I'll be competitor and head coach. The other competitors are Joshua Blanco. He's one of the head coaches at Dark Waters Jiu-Jitsu, which is located in Keycocker. Also, Mikael, who is also a coach, we could say the head coach as well for Dark Waters. The other two would be Xander Bennett, who is also he's currently studying in Jamaica. So he has competed in Jamaica and Barbados and other parts of the Caribbean as well. And lastly, Tara Chun, who is our female blue belt.
Hyde said they travel to compete abroad every year, but this is the first time they have received corporate sponsorship. However, the team still needs additional funding. Hyde explained how donations can be made.
As it relates to the sponsorships, originally our plan was to compete in Costa Rica. However, about, I guess like 3 weeks ago, we realized that the competition was canceled. So at this point, we already had gotten some sponsorships as it relates to corporate sponsorships from Atlantic Bank and Smart, which we're greatly appreciated for. So since we already had some funds, we didn't want to just cancel and not do anything at all. So we ended up finding that Mexico City had a tournament. So that's basically we decided to focus on that instead. The competition would be on August the 16th and 17th, which is about 2 weeks earlier than we initially wanted or were planning to compete in Costa Rica. But since we already run the process of training, it didn't really make a difference if we decided to compete a couple weeks earlier, right? But as it relates to sponsorships, like I said, we currently have Smart and Atlantic Bank. This is the first time, or what makes this competition special for us is the fact that for the past 6 years, we've been competing internationally. However, 100% of the funds would always come out of our pockets. This is the first competition that we were able to get some sort of corporate sponsorship, which we were able to cover our flights and a portion of our lodging through Airbnb. So we're currently still looking for sponsorships. Anyone who would like to assist. We're about, in total, it's not just the lodging we're trying to cover, it's transportation within Mexico City and also registration for the tournament itself. In a total, we're about 1,500 short. So whatever assistance we can get, either from other corporate businesses or from the public, would be greatly appreciated. As it relates for the registration, the cutoff is August the 11th. There is a later registration, however, the cost is going to be increased. As it relates to reaching out to me, you can reach out to me directly, either through WhatsApp or call directly, but my number is 630-0779, or you could easily contact us via Instagram or Facebook from our school page, which is Belize Dark Arts Academy.
After the break, Belize Volleyball Association hosts a second edition of FIVB Coaches Course. Stay tuned.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Make every moment matter with your credit card. More transactions, more chances to win cash back. You can be one of 4 monthly winners. Get a chance to win cash back with every purchase of $100 or more. For more information, visit www.atlabank.com. Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
This week at the Hilltop Basketball Court in Belmopan, an inclusive camp is being held for those with disabilities. The camp is a collaboration between the Belmopan City Council, Special Olympics Belize, Community Policing, and the Belmopan Sports Council. This is the second year the camp is being held. Belmopan Deputy Mayor Coretta Brown shared more information on the camp and the activities that the campers will be participating in.
The camp is a 5-day event. It starts at 9 and it goes to 11:30. During that time we have games for the participants. This year we decided to do inclusive, to give everybody an opportunity, anybody who would want to come to the camp, to come and have fun with us. Okay, so we have a little bit of basketball, a little bit of football. We have different sporting activities where we try to make it fun, and like the camp is inclusive where everyone can play and just have fun.
How can the children that attend this camp benefit from the experience?
It helps with their social skills. It helps to build social skills. It helps to build sportsmanship and overall to build friendships as they're here. So and to have fun, they're here interacting and enjoying each other's company.
The Belize Table Tennis Association is proudly hosting the semi-finals of the Under 11 and Under 13 team categories for the Central American Table Tennis Championships, bringing together young talents from across the region. The tournament is being held at the Belize City Civic Center and has drawn participation from all Central American countries except Panama and Nicaragua. President of the BTTA, Arturo Vasquez, expressed in an interview today how he feels about the tournament and how they prepared.
So far, so good. I mean, it's a lot of games. So we're playing from Monday all the way through to Saturday. And we're playing from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. It's a lot of, you have under 11, under 13, and in each of those age you have singles, doubles, mixed doubles, team competition, and male and female. So it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Well, in the team competition, as you can see, it's only Mexico and Salvador, I think, and Guatemala is left in the team competition. The other countries they have dropped out. Belize is out.
The whole tournament?
No. This is only the team.
Okay, but tomorrow
you start all the singles.
Singles
competition. You got singles, doubles, mixed doubles. So there's a whole lot more to play. So Belize will be playing again tomorrow. Oh, they'll be preparing for about 5 months. We have a training facility at Barry 2000. We have 4 tables. And then we also train at Swift Hall on Saturdays. And we have a team of six players, some under 11, some under 13. And we have 4 coaches we're working with. We're working with a Cuban coach, a female Cuban coach, a Japanese coach from Japan, and then we have 2 local coaches. That makes up the team.
The finals are scheduled to take place later this week, with medal matches promising high energy and close competition. The winner in each category qualifies for the Pan American Championships, taking place this September in Guatemala. This is the first time Belize has hosted this stage of the Youth Championship, further solidifying the country's growing presence in the regional table tennis community. The Belize Volleyball Association, BVA, is currently hosting the second edition of the FIVB Coaches Course Level 1, aimed at enhancing the capacity and skills of local volleyball coaches. This initiative underscores the BVA's commitment to growing the sport across the country and preparing local coaches to lead Belizean athletes to higher levels of competition both regionally and internationally. We spoke to Yamari Reyes, treasurer of the Belize Volleyball Association, and she told us more.
The coaches are an integral part of the volleyball program because it's not only about the players. We do need players that excel, but at the same time you need the coaches that are able to train them just as well. So the level 1 coaches course will help with that in developing more coaches in the country, that we can spread them out in a larger field, and then we have development from an earlier age because we do have teachers here from primary, secondary. We've had a few from the tertiary level as well in the last program, and then we have from the club programs as well. So the level of coaching will be for all of these levels. So you'll start from the primary, going all the way up. So by the time they hit the national team level, they're well prepared. This course is a 5-day course. It's a full day 5-day course. It starts at 8:30 in the morning and runs until 5:30 in the evening. And the course is split in 2 each day. So in the morning they have a practical session, and then in the afternoon they do theory. And then on Sunday they get to do their exams. Well, I would like to say that next year we are planning to host a level 2 course, coaches course. So that would mean that all the participants from this course today and the one from last month will be able to participate in that course, and so they can excel to another level of coaching, or if they would like to just stay at the level 1 for a primary or high school level, they can. But if they excel to a level 2, then that would be much better for the country, because then that means that we have more experienced coaches, and so we can spread them more for the national teams.
A total of 25 Belizean coaches are participating in the training, which is being led by international FIVB instructor Mohamed Sadek from Canada. Coach Sadek is a highly experienced professional certified by the International Volleyball Federation. He told us in an interview what he brings to the table and how he'd be able to assist local coaches.
Thank you. I used to be the national coach of Afghanistan Volleyball Federation. I used to work with the Tajikistan Volleyball Federation as a national team coach for the senior men team, and now I'm working with Volleyball Canada. So I am the development director for the CAVA, which is the Central Asia Volleyball Federation. So this is my background, and I used to work with my team in Afghanistan. So within 3 years, from 144, our team became 74 and world ranking. So of course, this session or always FIVB courses will have a lots of big implication on the improvement of volleyball in any countries they are conducting. This course is like a basic course for the coaches who is working with the kids. So from the beginner, from how they should work with them and how they should be prepared for the working with the kids. So you know, the kids or the young generation has a lots of influence or a lots of effect on the future of the country. So when we have a professional and standards volleyballer kids, so in the future we will have a professional volleyball team and we will have a good result from the international competition. This is as an assignment, so has been given from FIVB to myself as an instructor to go here to work with the coaches to conduct this level 1 coaching course. Just I want to have a enjoyable time and good environment in our course, and I'm trying my best to transfer my experience and knowledge which I have to the coaches who are really happy and really interested to join this course, and they are waiting for a long time. And also I would like to thank Belize Volleyball Federation that they are doing lots of hard working. So they have a good relation with NORCICA, FIVB and other countries to ask their support for the volleyball improvement in Belize.
And today at the Memorial Park in Belize City, Tuk Tuk Tours Belize Services was launched. The new service offers day and night tours around the city and will feature the presence of licensed tour guides. The service features a fleet of tuk-tuks, which are electric and solar powered. Tanisha Vernon is the founder, and she spoke about her inspiration to invest in the new venture.
So the inspiration started after the COVID about 4 years ago. I'm an avid traveler, and we had a death in our family, and so we visited Petén, Guatemala, and they had the traditional old school tuk-tuks, and for that split second, you know, we were mourning and we were going through our loss, but I felt so much joy driving and riding, just nothing special about it, but for me it had given me a feeling that lived on for a moment, and I'm like, how can I bring something like this to Belize? You know, we're so close to Guatemala, and yet we don't have anything similar like this in our country. And after that, I did my research, and I was lucky to find a manufacturing company that could have customized it in a more environmental friendly way. You know, most of the tuk-tuks in our region are gasoline operated, and I'm being a science and biology major and a history and a business person, I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to introduce something to my country, I want it to be healthy and I want it to be eco-friendly, and that was the foundation of it, that if I go into the tourism, I want to make sure that it's eco-conscious and it supports the principles and the standard that I
And in terms of the investment, what does it look like for this fleet that you have here today?
Investment, I would say a bit over 6 figures, yes. You know, and it comes from financial discipline and financial literacy. I am not a person that comes from a wealthy background or have any generational wealth attached to me, but from very early on I understand and I know that the discipline that it takes to be a business owner. I've been in the business industry for the past 13 years. I was a owner of J'adore Boutique. So I went from selling clothing to now selling experiences, and now to create a sustainable way of giving Belizeans this immersive, sustainable energy, renewable energy mode of transportation to the country.
Vernon said she wanted to show that Belize City itself is a formidable tourist destination.
My main focus right now is Belize City, because I know there's a narrative that's nothing happened in Belize, there's nothing to do in Belize. We're just like a transit point from, you know, to go to the Keys and other parts of the country. And so I kind of want to bring back that energy, that vibrant, you know, there's so many things that you can do. There's a lot of Belizeans itself doesn't know that we have a museum of Belize, we have some historical spots. So I kind of want to educate our locals as well. And like I said in my speech, this business was built on Belizean first mentality. You know, we have to find a way how to tap into our local tourism and give our people something to enjoy and be proud of. You know, I truly believe in civic pride. I've always been the type to, you know, be ambassador in my country, and this gives me the opportunity to share that and have our country to be on a global level, that we are taking the steps to compete globally and be innovators and be in a go green environment and do it in a healthy and sustainable way. So.
And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.